How are we all doing? What's going on, everybody? And welcome on back in for more action here at Memphis. That's right, the second half of Season 1 here at Memphis under Coach Carl Spackler is about to take flight, and it's going to be the Bank Dick who gets us started early with a nice little move right there, helps us set up this touchdown from the man 𝘋𝘺𝘯�々, who puts us up 7-0 here early. 𝘋𝘺𝘯𝘋𝘢�ឍwould get to the quarterback on that one, make a big time play. Nice job, 𝘋𝘺𝘯𝘋𝘢�ឍ. After they punt the ball back to us, Andy North having to move out to his right here, finds an open player. However, it's tight end Moroccan Scott taking us all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Nice job by him to set up the second 𝘋𝘺𝘯𝘋𝘺 touchdown of the day. However, they saw him rushing touchdowns in left and right. They said, this seems like fun. Maybe Ben Jordan could get in on this too, and he does indeed do that. Splits the lead down to 14-7 now. However, Andy North says, rushing is so much fun. Let's all get in on the action, and he takes that one himself for what ends up being a huge touchdown. So at this point in the game, folks, we're up 21-7. We're feeling confident. The clock is ticking down towards halftime, if you hadn't noticed, and they do actually make this game quite interesting pretty quickly. So now, just like that, a 21-7 lead has evaporated. Andy North keeps it here himself, but decides to throw the pitch to Lottie, and Lottie has plenty of space out in front of him. 31 yards on that one right there. However, across the middle here, it's going to be 𝘋𝘺𝘯𝘋𝘢𝘻𝘕 coming through with the touchdown. Nice job by the man, NC. He's always getting the job done out there on the field. They end up settling for a field goal here towards the end of the third quarter. We have to get a big first down here, and we do that with the man Huntington Beach bad boy getting the job done. Now Andy North trying to create something. He keeps running out to his right, and at some point he's going to regret this, and it looks like the ball goes up. And did you see this, folks? Look at this replay here. The man gets up in the air and actually kicks the ball out of bounds. Unbelievable. Never seen anything quite like that. I mean, the ragdolling on that one was out of this world. We would get a touchdown, however, now making it a 35-24 game. They would bounce back with a touchdown of their own and then go for this 2-point conversion afterwards, and guess what? They're going to get it. Yeah, that's right, 35-32, and with just over a minute remaining, things are starting to get a little sweaty in here. Following this game-sealing catch from the man, the Bank Dick, you can see Louisville's mascot over here is just seething with anger on the sidelines, but that doesn't matter, folks. The game is over. Need that thing, get the W here, and that's what you want to see to start the second half of the season. Even these fans here, I mean, they haven't seen a lot of wins here lately. This is only number 2 on the year. They are hungry to see some successful football, and let's see if we can deliver 2 weeks in a row. We've got Temple coming up here next. In fact, they're coming to town to visit us. You can see the stands aren't very full. We got rain in the forecast. It is a dreary day, but we are ready for some more football, and hopefully you guys are too. Here early, they'd end up settling for a field goal to put them on the board first, which on the road, you always want to prioritize that, but I'm not sure field goals are going to win Temple this game here today. They said, hey, you know what? We won't just get field goals. We'll raise you one and get an interception. Well, that was easy for them, and they made that look way too simple. Now they're going to be running a little bit of an option play here. They clear out the entire right side of the field. There was absolutely nobody there, and that was one of the easier touchdowns you will see on the day. As we usually do in these situations, you're going to see us speed this thing on up because that man Muse, 𝘋𝘺𝘯𝘋𝘺𝘯 doesn't want to waste too much of your time. But folks, I mean, he does what he does best, takes that one all the way back to the house. 𝘋𝘺𝘯𝘋𝘢𝘺 misses the initial tackle there, but guess what? His teammate always has his back, and now 𝘋𝘺𝘯𝘋 has the ball, taking it to the end zone for 6. Beautiful play right there by him. Now it's going to be Temple, Jake Allen, and the quarterback. What a weird, funky looking play there to get through, but he made it work. We'd respond with a touchdown of our own, and then it's Andy North here in the second half, right after we get the ball to start, who goes to work immediately, finding the Bank Dick down the right side of the field. That stiff arm gains him an extra 5 to 6 yards out of that thing right there. You gotta love it. He finishes off the drive with an 11-yard touchdown, and right now, folks, we are well in the driver's seat. Well, that was until quarterback Kevin Wright decided to get that 10-yard run in, and now they are trailing here only by 4. However, 𝘋𝘺𝘺𝘋𝘺𝘯𝘋𝘺 gets sprung open on this option play. There is plenty of open space in front of him, but they do trip him up by the ankles here on 3rd and 6. Crucial play. Can they find the man? It's going to be the Bank Dick for the second time this half with yet another touchdown. Jason Jean has already found the end zone today, and he does it once again for Temple right here. They go for 2, and they convert, and just like last game, we have a 35-32 game here late. We are running it fast, folks. We are trying to bust in, and we finally do with the man 𝘋𝘺𝘺𝘋𝘺𝘺, and that will seal the deal for our Memphis Tigers. And really, with the way this season has gone up to this point, let's be pretty happy. I mean, honestly, like, this feels fantastic. Can I tell you, this has been a tough go of it for us so far. So this just feels fantastic to have 2 back-to-back wins here. Now, look, we've got a tough game coming up It's Houston. They're visiting us here. There aren't a lot of fans in the stands, so it's tough when you look up in the stands and you don't see anybody up there. But 𝘋𝘺�ឍain't going to let that hold him back. A nice 30-yard reception there to open this thing on up. Houston wouldn't waste much time responding. However, J'Mar Smith chips in with a tutty of his own. Now it's going to be Andy North waiting at QB here, surveying the field, finding his guy, the 𝘋𝘺𝘺, who has been a frequent option for him here this season. Our fullback, Judge Judy, would cap the drive off with a nice 7-yard reception right there, and we are back in the lead once again. The 𝘋𝘺𝘺 chipping in with another nice grab. This guy really does wonderful work for our squad. I tell you, the guy just makes plays. And now here it's going to be Moroccan Scott. Yes, that's right, our number 1 tight end with a big-time touchdown right there to put us up by 14. Houston would have what I think is one of the most impressive plays I might have ever seen in this game. Not only did he almost run into a couple of our players, he almost tripped over a couple of his own players, but Houston with a massive touchdown right there to level the playing field for the time being. And I say time being because that man, Lottie Dottie, don't got too much time to waste. Gets us all the way down to the 1, and then his running mate, yes, the one and only 6'3" 𝘋𝘺�ឍ, finishes off the drive with a big-time touchdown. Houston would respond here, however, with Antoine Alston getting into the end zone and making it a 1-score game once again. Y'all know this was coming, though, right? Like, y'all knew this was coming. You knew Lottie Dottie's day wasn't done yet, and another massive play from him on that long touchdown run. Now Houston would respond well and quickly, but with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, they got to make something happen, and they got to make it happen now. A risky throw, but it pays off big time, getting them now down to 35-28 on the scoreboard. We'd miss on third down there, having to punt the ball here. However, it is a pretty solid punt down inside the 20-yard line, but let's see if they can do some work here. On 4th and 6, they convert for a huge first down to keep this thing alive. Now they're moving down the field. Can they find somebody to get in the end zone? They get the first down. That stops the clock temporarily. Under 10 seconds to go. Can Houston force OT? And Joe Martin with the 6-yard reception. And folks, we have overtime. Yes, that's right. We are trying to win our 3rd straight game, but Houston's going to make us work a little extra to get the job done. They would start with the ball here, however, and they'd get to work immediately. Jason Young, beautiful play right there for the touchdown. We'd respond with Lottie Dottie, and in a risky fashion, we decide to go for it here with 6'3" 𝘋𝘺𝘺𝘺, and we fail, folks. And just like that, we lose the game. A heartbreaking defeat, but you got to risk it sometimes. That's what Coach Carl Spackler thought the best call was, and whether or not he is right at this point, it doesn't matter because it's done. We are moving forward. Charlotte is next on the schedule here, so we packed up, hopped on the team bus, and rode out for this one here, folks. Should be a fun game, but Casey Cobbs gets in the end zone first for them, and we didn't expect that here early, but then again, they are 5-4, so maybe we shouldn't be underestimating this team out here. They'd already get the ball back again here early, and are they really going to do us this dirty? Damn, Casey is just all over the place making plays here in the first quarter. Now he goes to the air, finds a receiver, and it's going to be George Martin. Yes, no, not that George Martin, different George Martin here, and he finds the end zone. Well done. Moroccan Scott turns over the ball on that one by stepping out of bounds, and folks, anything that could go wrong in this game has gone wrong in this game for Memphis. They find another open wide receiver, and it is 21-0, folks. I think the blowout is official. Well, that was until Huntington Beach bad boy decided to show up a couple seconds before halftime and salvage that first half with a touchdown. Nice play right there. Here early in the second half, we go to work. Can we make this game a little bit more interesting? Can we bring ourselves back from the depths? It's going to be 𝘋𝘺𝘺𝘋𝘺𝘺 who catches this thing on the left side. Beautiful catch by him. Now Andy North takes off. He is speeding down the field. No one's catching that man Andy, because once he starts running, ain't nobody gonna find that guy. Now it's Casey Cobbs, the other QB, throwing a low pass here. Somehow that thing actually gets completed. Are you kidding me? And then they're gonna fall in with this to CJ Fisher, and they retake the lead 28-21. We'd make an aggressive move here in the fourth quarter, have to settle for a field goal, and we'd get the 3. But now at a 4-point game here with time ticking down, we're going to need Andy North and the crew to step it on up. Big play here to 6'3" 𝘋𝘺𝘺𝘺. Looks like it could have been a big play, but it ends up being a huge play for Charlotte, who forces the fumble, and they're going to hold on and win this thing. What a play. You got to give that team some credit. I mean, that is a game-changing play and a big-time W from that squad. Now, with only 2 games remaining here in the season, we are currently sitting at 3-7. We got SMU coming into town to visit here, and hey, Look at them going to work early in this one, folks. I mean, Tommy Mathis with a 27-yard run here. I don't even think anybody breathed on him on that play, let alone touched the guy. I mean, that was insane. No one was even near him. But Lottie Dottie says, you know what? I don't like it when anyone's near me either. I'm just going to take this all the way, folks. Don't mind me over here. I'm just going to go get a big-time tutty and even this thing on up here early in this one. They would get a big play to Darnell Bush right there on that nice reception, which would eventually set up this touchdown to 𝘋�តុ�ឍ, and SMU, the 2-8 SMU that is now up 14-7 here early. The Bank Dick does put on a nice little stutter step move right there, gets a little stiff arm in at the end. The man is fighting for every yard he can on that 50-yard reception, and it's a good thing he did because we needed that field goal to keep this game relatively close here early. They would get this ball here on the kick return, and you know that probably means we're about to do something good. The man Ludwig van Beethoven picks up the fumble, takes it all the way back down to about the 1, maybe the 2-yard line there, and it's going to be Lottie Dottie who caps that off for us like he always does so dang well. They would ended up getting a field goal themselves, however, and now we have a tie game here with time ticking down in the first half. Can SMU make a miracle play? Oh my God, yes they can. What kind of coverage is that from the safety? I have no idea what the hell he was doing back there, just picking daisies or something, but way too easy. You can't give SMU a big play like that right before the halftime whistle. Here in the second half, however, we would come out immediately and flex the big guns. That man Lottie Dottie finds the end zone. The fans are pumped up here, the 5 of them that showed up to today's game, that's for sure. And that's okay. Hey, we understand once this team starts playing better, we'll see more butts in the seats here inside the stadium. Now it's going to be SMU with the clock running down here in the third quarter, and they do find Sterling Nichols for a nice reception touchdown there. However, early in the fourth quarter, we go to work, and it's Moroccan Scott straight up mossing the defender that was trying to get a hand up in his face, couldn't do anything about it. We force a little bit of pressure here. They get an off-bounds throw, and Astro Pop is playing center field in the right spot at the right time. Well done by him to get that interception. Now it's going to be Lottie Dottie. We've seen him run the ball so dang much all season long, and guess what, folks? He's going to run it a little bit more, puts us up by 7, and here is their last desperation heave. Does SMU have a shot? It's close! Oh, and it falls to the ground. For a second there, I thought they might be forcing overtime, but we're able to hold on and get a big-time victory here, folks, and now taking us to 4-7 on the year. Lottie Dottie with a big game today as well. Give that man some credit. We have our final game of the season coming up here against UCF. That is right, folks. No matter what, we won't be making a bowl game, so this is the final game for us, our final chance to show out, and against a ranked opponent, no less, number 19 in the nation. So Muse Bihi Abdi wastes no time whatsoever with that big-time kick return to get this team feeling good here early. However, UCF would respond with that beautiful touchdown run right there. No problems from their offense here early in this one. We get a little bit of trouble here. Unfortunately, that results in a safety. You can see not exactly how we drew that one on up, and Coach Carl Spackler has to be shaking his head over on the sidelines. We would get the ball back here, however, in the second quarter, and Andy North, like he always does, loves to roll out, and usually it ends up with a lot of success, but unfortunately on this play, he takes a big-time L. They'd get the ball back here, now up 12-7 in this one, but they're going to expand this lead a little bit, now 19-7 with that big-time touchdown. 6-3-0-9er would respond, however, for us, making it 19-15, one of the more strange scores you'll see on a football scoreboard. 26-15 after they punch in yet another tutty. However, we get a long throw here to 𝘋�តុ�ឍ, and with only 9 seconds remaining in the second quarter, we got to move quickly. Can we find an open receiver? Thought he could reach down and get it, but apparently didn't show the extra effort, and we're going to settle for 3, make it a 1-score game here at halftime. We got to overcome this lead. It's 8 points right now. It's going to be tough to do this against a ranked opponent. Heck, it'd be tough to do this against anybody with the way our season has gone so far. They would be first on the board here in the second half with a big field goal. Andy North would go to the air again, trying desperately to just make anything happen out here on the field, and unfortunately that one just doesn't work out for him. At this point in the game, UCF is starting to open up a substantial lead. Andy North figures, I got nothing to lose, might as well air it out a little bit, finds the bank dick here for a big time tutty late in the third quarter. Now we fast forward to late in the fourth quarter. They're already up by 11, so you know this touchdown right here is pretty much going to wrap things up, put a bow on it for the day. We were hoping this penalty might work in our favor, but no, it's actually Bruce Crabb who's responsible for being offsides there, so that one's going to hurt us a little bit. And folks, that's going to do it. This is going to wrap this thing on up with this turnover right here. And you know what? It's been a heck of a season, man, for a team that was coming off an 0-12 year under a new coach, a new regime, to go 4-8 here this year. You know, it's not the record we were hoping for, but there's room for improvement, and I see some of the potential here. I see the foundation to build a team that going forward that we can be proud of. Let's go take a quick look at some of the players that'll be moving on here. These are all guys that you named in our Twitch stream, so you guys are responsible for the names of most of these players that you're seeing on the screen right now. They're going to be graduating, moving on, but I wanted to give them a moment of time here at the end of the stream so you guys can get an idea of who will no longer be with the squad going forward. All that being said, folks, we do, of course, stream on Twitch Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. If you like the video, always feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. All that support is greatly appreciated. We'll see you back here for Season 2 at Memphis soon. And with all that being said, class is in session.